An excerpt from Prohairesis by Jon Zaremba. When Wojtek clasped the chain of his golden amulet behind his neck, a transformation occurred from the inside out. Inexplicably, his blood felt cleansed, his bones reinforced, his muscles fortified. Wojtek's skin tingled with the exhilarating sensation of anxious ambition. The noble savage ran his fingers over the curved surface of his amulet, examining the mystifying notched cross and offset pupil. As his mind, body and spirit searched, Wojtek looked to the stars. 13 celestial sparks radiated in the blackness of space. He raised his amulet. A commandment to the heavens and the stars obeyed. Wojtek directed them into position, drawing a silver line that connected each of the 13 points to form the outline of his sigil. Wojtek spoke to his constellation. The stars glimmered obligingly. Autonomy, obstinance, determination, tenacity, perspicacity, vehemence, vindictiveness, dexterity, prowess, veracity, avidity, illustrativity, and stoicism. A chorus of hissing voices interrupted. Do not forget your mantle. From a group of trees beyond the altar, the skinned hide of man Kchuchuna floated toward Wojtek. As it neared, he discerned the faint outline of the ghastly, black specter that carried it. Then, flanked to the left and right, 2 others were revealed, and several more around them. It felt as if Wojtek was quickly teaching himself the specific skill required to observe these beings. Before accepting the mantle, he scanned the area. While nestling between tree trunks, perching on branches, and crawling through the tall grass, hundreds of them gawked with fierce anticipation. Several of the things resembled combinations of anthropomorphized mammals. Some were distinctly reptilian, and others were absolutely alien to Wojtek's understanding of nature. The only similarity among the shadows was the irrational combination of dominion and envy expressed by their obsidian eyes. They spoke. We have been with you since infancy. Perhaps we coerced your freedom. Possibly. Our guiding darkness nourished your body. Unlikely. We would not lie. We were beside you during your explorations. Acquiring the medallion you bear could not have been possible without us. This he would not accept. Wojtek's voice scorched with self-righteous hostility. You, foul fragments of reality, are no way responsible for what I've accomplished and whom I've become. We do not deceive. Your struggle, journey, death, resurrection and ascension have been foretold, Wojtek. You've been ordained. If you doubt us, surely you do not doubt the stars above. You've watched them move. A group of voices whizzed from somewhere behind the altar. Wojtek closed his eyes in disbelief. Many voices impatiently cried out with a cacophonous screech. Take Take the mantle and take your revenge. Dawn is near. Hurry now. Read your minds and us of frail, shameful, selfless Akrona. Wojtek contemplated gutting himself with his dagger and spreading his blood on the altar before him. If his life were predestined, then what difference would it make how it ended? Perhaps he was guided to this altar on this very night for that reason. Clearly, these paroniacs, spores, chots, and whatever else were intentionally antagonizing him towards such an end. Destiny or not, death by his own hand would be worth it if for no other reason than to deny their conquest. He grasped the hilt. They sensed his intentions. Tell us, O wise Wojtek, man of determination, while in death, whom did you encounter? Who returned you to the land of the living? Chernobog or Belobog? With whomever you bargained, surely you know the eternity that awaits if you breach the contract. It seemed the entire forest howled and hissed at once. Wojtek let them suffer impatiently before responding. It was I with whom I bargained. It was I who willed power into this amulet. And it was I who commanded the stars to move in my favor. I am the faculty of my own volition. You soulless spectral bastards! No more contrivances! Your kind have not and shall not project any influence over the course of my life! Wojtek roared, eyes blazing with resentment. His hand moved from his dagger to his amulet. Wojtek lifted the golden triangle to his forehead, concentrated on his sigil, and summoned the vision of his death self. His constellation flashed subserviently as Wojtek commanded the boundless mirror to appear before him. It spanned the breadth of forest and beyond. The catoptromantic celestial glass harnessed the lust of the waning moon to project the inverse of the shadowy horde. From atop trees, within the grass, and mingling among rocks, the translucent blackness of the beings became ghostly white in the mirror. Incapable of coping with their antithesis, many of the soulless specters were instantly negated. Wojtek's mantle, no longer dangling in front of him, fell to the ground, where it remained abandoned. The ghouls, who by chance or circumstance remained hidden from their reflection, were spared. They retreated to the shade of nature. Wojtek's constellation sank into the blue of the sky, as the sun silently announced its forthcoming dawn. Likewise, the mirror, too, slowly evaporated. Wojtek lifted his sword from the altar and raised it to the sun. He savored the stinging charge that flowed through his body before driving the mighty steel into the top of the altar, shattering the ancient stone into pieces. The sound of the crash echoed through the valley as he ventured back to Akrona to seek vengeance on those who murdered him.